Hey guys, I thought I would show you some GPU mining news, if you can call it that, some crypto mining news. If you type in crypto mining to Google News, the first three headlines here: crypto mining profits plummet, crypto mining hardware industry falters as profits dwindle, cryptocurrency mining profits are way down. You see a pattern here? This isn't new news. It really isn't new news. This is something that I don't think it's even technically true right now, because if you go to what to mine, I'm sure you guys will see something similar to me, but when I put in my graphics cards, a few months ago, say in April, you know, here it's saying $25, $26, $30. A few months ago, I was seeing $16, $17, $18, $19, $20. Mining profits were a lot lower a few months ago. So they're saying that crypto mining profits are down, but what they're really doing is really they're just filling pages. You have to remember these websites have to publish news. Sometimes there isn't a lot of news to publish, so they will just, you know, publish anything. What they're really doing is comparing mining profits to last November, December, when we were in a bull run. Right now we're in a bear run, so profits are understandably a lot lower. In fact, I think I get about a quarter or even less than what I was getting in December and January. But if you're, you know, talking more recently, profits are actually up than what they were 2 months ago. And over the last month or two, they've been kind of at the same level. But this is also off the back of what Nvidia and AMD have been saying recently. Nvidia and AMD have come out and they've said that they've overestimated GPU demand. Now, I'll just quickly show you that. I've actually looked at these articles before. This one's a bit of a poor article. Very short. It's just for the search engines, effectively. Forbes website is an absolute joke. Again, page 1 of 4, and when the page loads, it starts playing a video. So screw Forbes. This one isn't actually too bad. So in this article, they talk about the crypto mining hardware industry faltering, and they use here now. In the context of the article, I know why they've showed the hash rate of Ethereum. I do know why they've showed that. But if I play devil's advocate, if I had to show you the hash rate of any coin and show you the hash rate of it in the first year or two of its existence, then you're going to see a similar pattern. You are going to see a similar pattern where it goes up, and then it kind of slows down a little bit. And I'm sure there's other coins I could find as an example over the last year that have got a similar pattern to this. But they do say here, many hardware manufacturers like Nvidia and AMD overestimated future demand for graphics cards. Now, this article does make a very good point here. Mining profits dip due to declining crypto prices and new ASIC machines. GPU miners have begun to shut off the Equihash and 8hash farms as the first round of these new ASICs go online. This, coupled with a 70% decline in crypto prices, has led to an unsustainable mining environment. Now, I'm not going to sit here and do a big song and dance and say that the mining situation right now is amazing. It's not. If you pick the wrong coin right now, you could end up actually paying more in electricity. Depending what coin you mine, depending what you pay for electricity, you have to pick the right coin, the most profitable coin. And if you do run your GPU setup or your mining setup, whatever it may be, if you do run it at a loss, you're doing it because you're hodling the coins for long term, and you're trying to make money longer term. And sometimes you're doing that because you can't buy the volume that you need, or because the coins that you're mining aren't even on an exchange. So there's other things to consider. It isn't just as black and white as, oh, mining profits are down from December. But if you look at what happened in December, we went on a bull run. Prices went through the roof. Bitcoin went from like $7,000 up to $20,000. This brought in a huge amount of cryptocurrency miners, myself included. When those profits, when the prices came down, then a few months later, for example, in April, you had all these additional cryptocurrency miners. I don't know, I guess, how many? 30%, 40% more people mining? I don't know, I'm just taking a guess here. But there was a lot of people that went out and they rushed out and they bought GPUs. But prices were half, or they were a quarter, or they were a third, or whatever. They were all down. I don't know why I said a half, quarter, third. But the prices were way, way down. So if the prices went down by a quarter and you've got twice as many people fighting for the same slice of the pie, then you're going to you know, obviously profits are going to be down. But I don't think it's all doom and gloom as these news websites are making it out to be. I do think that a bull run is on the horizon in the future. I'm not going to say when, but I do think if you look at the positive news that's coming out, all the developments from major companies investing in cryptocurrency, I do think at one point we're going to see a run. The 1180 is rumoured to be coming out at the end of August. Nothing official yet, but that is the latest news. I keep seeing it over and over again. And I haven't did another video about it because I just been over, you know, old news. But we should see that coming out hopefully in August, and maybe a lot of people will buy the 1180 for that. But I do think that article there made a very good point about new ASIC machines. Bitmain and other ASIC mining companies have the same target audience. Their customer base is the same. You know, there's an overlap. Obviously, NVIDIA and AMD have a lot of gamers. They have people who buy it for video editing. But over the last year or two, they have been, you know, obviously selling a lot of graphics cards to cryptocurrency miners. Now, this is the thing. There's a lot of hypocrisy by NVIDIA, AMD, and other tech companies when they come out with statements like saying that we support gamers, we have always been for gamers. But in the background, you know, companies like Asus that also sell graphics cards have been producing motherboards designed for cryptocurrency miners. They're removing any problems that would cause any issues for miners and things like that. And the fact that NVIDIA and AMD have come out and said that they've overestimated demand means that they were producing graphics cards for cryptocurrency miners because they wanted to meet that demand. Of course they were. Of course they wanted to meet that demand because cryptocurrency miners have made them a huge amount of money. So, as I said, guys, when news is slow, you're going to see a lot of things, you know, especially in a bear run where profits are plummeting and all that. But they're really just going over things that were covered months and months ago. Yeah, that seems to be what a lot of these crypto news websites seems to be covering right now. But I think take these articles with a pinch of salt, guys. You know, one CEO says one thing in one little statement in one conference, and there'll be 1,000 articles for it. That's how it works. That's how it works. So yeah, I thought we'd cover it anyway, guys. But as far as GPU mining goes, second half of the year, we will see more ASIC mining machines being released. We might see some more custom AMD, NVIDIA type graphics cards coming out. But I think the biggest news within the next month or two from a GPU point of view is that the 1180 might be released. But we shall see. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.